the most brutal kings and queens in history. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the dark and twisted tales of history's most brutal monarchs. These rulers were known for their ruthless and often horrifying actions. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's do this. Chapter 1. Vlad the Impaler, the OG master of torture. First up, we've got Vlad the Impaler, the OG master of torture. We're talking about a guy who was so ruthless, so feared, that his name alone sent shivers down the spines of his enemies. I mean, impaling people on stakes as a form of punishment? That's next-level commitment right there. Imagine being an enemy soldier marching towards Vlad's territory, only to be greeted by a gruesome forest of impaled bodies. Talk about a mood killer, am I right? Chapter 2. Bloody Mary, England's Reign of Terror. Next up on our list, we're heading over to England to meet Queen Mary Was, better known as Bloody Mary. Chapter 3. Ivan the Terrible, Tsar of Terror. Okay, hold on to your hats because we're going to Russia to meet Ivan the Terrible. This guy was the real deal, a true Tsar of Terror. They don't call you terrible for baking a bad apple pie, right? This dude was notorious for his violent outbursts, paranoia, and a reign of terror that left Russia trembling. We're talking about massacres, secret police, and a whole lot of fear. Imagine living in a time where your ruler could snap at any moment and order your execution. Chapter 4. Caligula, the OG madman of Rome. Let's be real, you can't talk about brutal rulers without mentioning Caligula. This Roman emperor was on another level of crazy and cruelty. I mean, the stories about this guy are legendary. Making his horse a senator, declaring war on the ocean, the list goes on and on. Caligula was the embodiment of excess and depravity. Imagine being a Roman citizen during Caligula's reign. Chapter 5. Genghis Khan, the conqueror who shaped a continent. Next up, we've got Genghis Khan, the founder of the Mongol Empire. We're talking about conquests on an unprecedented scale, with entire cities razed to the ground and populations decimated. Genghis Khan's empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, all built on the backs of countless fallen enemies. Imagine the sheer scale of his conquests, the vast armies he commanded, the millions of lives lost. Chapter 6. Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess. Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess, is the stuff of nightmares. This Hungarian noblewoman was obsessed with beauty and youth, and her methods for maintaining them were, well, let's just say unconventional. We're talking about rumors of bathing in the blood of virgins, torturing servant girls, and a body count that's still debated by historians. Imagine the terror of those poor girls trapped in Bathory's castle. Chapter 7. Nero, the emperor who fiddled while Rome burned. Up next, we're heading back to ancient Rome to meet Nero, the emperor who supposedly fiddled while Rome burned. We're talking about a guy who allegedly murdered his own mother, persecuted Christians with extreme prejudice, and ruled with an iron fist. Talk about a lack of empathy. Chapter 8. Attila the Hun, the Scourge of God. This guy was the definition of a barbarian warlord, feared across Europe for his ruthlessness and brutality. We're talking about a guy who led his Hunnic warriors on a rampage across the continent, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Chapter 9. King Leopold II, the brutal ruler of the Congo. Hold on tight because we're about to dive into the dark heart of colonialism with King Leopold II of Belgium. This guy, he was all about that personal gain, no matter the cost. We're talking about the brutal exploitation of the Congo Free State, a land he personally owned. Imagine the suffering inflicted upon the Congolese people under his rule. Chapter 10. Empress Wu Zetian, China's ruthless empress. Last but not least, we've got Empress Wu Zetian, China's one and only female emperor. She rose to power through cunning, ruthlessness, and a whole lot of ambition. We're talking about a woman who eliminated her rivals, silenced her critics, and ruled with an iron fist. Outro: the verdict is in. History's most brutal rulers. Thanks for watching. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's dark side. Let us know in the comments which ruler you found the most brutal. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, but most importantly,